So now that most of the demo is done, we're going to start working on the plumbing. But what plumbing do we have to work on? Well, there's a lot, and I have no idea what I'm doing. A friend coming over to help because they're going to tell me how to do everything, or they're just going to do everything and I'm going to watch, and then I'll know it's done right. What we have to do first, let's break it down here. All the old plumbing in the house is copper piping like this. So that's what that is. So we're going to cut that off and cap it on those two. And then over here, we're going to cut these off and cap them as well. That's also copper piping. And then up here, this is a new, basically trunk line, hot and cold, for our bathroom that's on the opposite side of that wall since we have bathrooms back to back. We have a big vessel sink. It's not a vessel sink, that's like an undermount, like trough sink. Let's call it that. Vessel goes on top, trough, undermount goes on the bottom. But it's a trough sink, so it's like 35, 40 inches wide, something like this. The whole distance between the walls here is 5 feet. So from here to here, we have 5 feet of distance. We're gonna build a vanity. The idea was to have the faucet come out of the wall here and here into the giant sink, but we have our exhaust thing here, and it would have been an absolute nightmare trying to re-engineer a load-bearing wall to move this pipe 6 inches that way. So instead of having the faucet come out of the wall, they're just gonna come straight up. The wife's happy with it. I don't give a shit. Whatever makes her happy, I'm down to make it happen. So less work we have to do, but yeah, we're going to cap off these pipe and then run new pipe over the ceiling and drop them down into these cavities for the new faucet.
What's that stuff called?
Flux.
Oh, just flux. I thought flux came in a rod.
Some applications it does. Some applications it just comes in a paste.
How much do you put on?
Just as long as you get all the surfaces coated.
How do you get it?
Usually when you see it burning, when
Glowing
it
red?
changes color to green,
Green?
you saw the flame on the backside change to green.
Yeah. Is it started getting there, or is it just falling off to the ground?
No, it should, most of it should suck up into the into the joint if we cleaned it well enough. That's definitely a quarter above,
Yeah.
way above a quarter above. So, alright, so that'll turn and come out here
For the drain.
for the drain. Regular clear PVC cement.
Okay, well, what have we done on the recaps? We roughed in the hot cold for the shower as well. We cut our vent stack here, and then we added a dog leg, whatever, to, for the sink to drain into. Always at the top, we just put a little, repair kit piece on it. So there's actually a coupling with a female to female. That's not the one you want. If you cut a pipe in the middle, you want a repair coupling that doesn't have like the little lip on the middle of the coupling. So yeah, rough all this now. Before we can finish buttoning up hot and cold stuff, we have to go into the attic. Because my pipes go under and then over HVAC line. So what we're going to do, we're going to end up cutting the HVAC, then rerouting that. So we got a new exhaust port for the HVAC line. We got a new flex hose, so we're going to move that where it needs to be because, well, it needs to get moved. So that's what we're going to do. One thing that I don't like is plumbers. This is my old shower drain, but taking this piece off because we're going to save this copper, it was a nightmare. And I realized it was a nightmare after I talked to my buddy who's helping me with this. Because plumbers, they'll use long ass nails and then they'll just bend the nails over. So these are completely bent over on that 2x4. They use a proper depth nail because these are like 3 inches. They just bang them over. I pried at this for probably a good 10 minutes and it wasn't really coming. I'm like, I'm going to break this tube because we actually want to save the copper tube because it's really good. Well, because the nails are bent over. He's like, hey, the nails are probably bent over. So we took it with a Sawzall and just zipped everything off. If you're doing this in an older house, keep in mind that they probably just nail it to here, then bend the nails over, then put drywall on the other side to cover everything up. Lesson learned for that. So just like with every project, it's time for a side quest number 2. So down here, I have all my old plumbing. So here's my valve for the toilet. Then the old copper tubing down there because that was for the old plumbing of the system. Well, we got rid of that plumbing and we capped it off. Remember during the demolition when I took out this wall, I had all that mold and gunk on it? Well, I figured out what it's from, and this is what it's from. So down here in the very corner, one of the brass pipes is actually like rubbing against the cement. So we have to chip up the slab, dig out under the slab, cut the pipe, cap it off, solder it, seal it, all that fun stuff. Because it's the pipe that's sticking up where the concrete meets it, that's where it's leaking. Now, it's not leaking enough to like start pissing out water because these copper pipes still have pressure from water in them. Because my kitchen all uses copper still, so only the bathrooms have switched over to CPVC. So we got to cut that out. So now we got to chip up the concrete floor. But at least now we'll know what the water vapor is coming from. And it's almost like a mist. Like you can hear it like bubbling out, but it's not enough to like start spewing water. So just over time, enough humidity and pressure and everything else, it just leaks constantly. But it's not enough to like make water puddles. It just gets everything wet. So if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
All right, side project number 3. That hole we just dug is apparently a Freon line, so we just busted the Freon line. So now we have to get HVAC out here to run the new Freon line and exhaust line, everything else from the AC, which is right behind there. It's just one thing after the other. And that little pinhole is now leaking. So somewhere in between busting that Freon line, it jostled something, and now everything's just gone to shit. Side project number 3. So this is still the plumbing video. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're still trying to tie in, 246 PVC pipes. That's what we're doing. We have to do all this first. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure how much this is going to cost me. I don't know what to do. So we have to fix the leak in the copper line. We can't fix the leak in the copper line because all the Freon lines are in the way. And we can't get those out of the way because HVAC needs to come. But they're coming tomorrow to run new Freon lines. And they might need these. So I don't know what to do. Yeah. Older houses, they're a joy. Just remember that. They're like children. They're a joy. Just keep on telling yourself that. And yeah, just... Oh, fuck me.
Need to get to it. Feels like where it's leaking is right where it comes through the slab, so it's got to get fixed
Under the slab.
under the slab.
Yeah.
All right, so things are looking good. Tub is in, but it's not going to stay here. How it's going to work is the drain and the overflow, everything else on this side, they are kind of in the right area, but they have to come up a little bit, they have to get over a little bit, they have got to move, shift a little bit. What's going to happen is we're going to put the tub in, move everything, take the tub out, adjust everything, put the tub in, move everything, take the tub out, adjust everything, and then when everything's said and done, then we're going to actually glue it and put it actually like in there permanently. We're going to have to shim it away from the wall just a little bit, but it's flat, it's level horizontal and it's level vertical, which is basically what we need. There's a big slope in it, but that's part of the tub because that's how it drains. Plumbing is pretty much almost done. We have all the hot and colds right here. They're just going straight up into the ceiling. What we're going to do is very simple. We're just going to cut those off a couple inches above where the trusses are, notch them 90 degrees, bring them over here, because right here you have the other piping. So we're just going to splice into the piping that's going to the other bathroom that's on the other side of the wall. All bathrooms be on the same pipes and everything else. If something's wrong with one, we could just shut the water off and fix it, not to trace and track down different lines. All right, plumbing video is done. It was a lot. Lots of setbacks, lots of side quests, but we're finally done with it. So obviously you can see we've done some more stuff with the walls and everything else, but you'll see that in the next video when I show you how I do walls and drywall and dirt rock and all the rest of that shit. But for this one, yeah, plumbing's done. Everything's good. Everything's hooked up. Obviously, we don't have anything turned on. I mean, it's on, but there's no faucet, so you can't actually get water out of it. But if I were to break one of these pipes, my whole bathroom would flood. So water's pressurizing the lines. Just, we have to wait for our faucets and stuff so we could turn stuff on. But yeah, tub's good to go, sinks and stuff, toilets, everything good to go. All the hiccups, all the setbacks, all the side quests are all good to go. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. All right, see you.